We're here in studio for Dollars and Cents once again. Join us for all of that and more right after this.
We're no strangers to market volatility. From the Black Monday crash of '87 to the 2020 COVID outbreak, our markets have seen plenty of corrections and crisis in the past 3 decades. While it's only natural to be nervous during these times, it's important to remember our economy's always recovered. It's also important to remember that timing the market doesn't work, but sometimes time in the market does. Contact us today for a no-obligation analysis to make sure you're prepared for the next...
And thanks for joining us once again, Bruce. What do you got for us today?
Hey, glad to be here.
Chiefs won.
Yeah, I'm glad the Chiefs won. That was an amazing game.
Yeah, going to be a big parade in Kansas City today, I understand.
Yep. That'll be kind of interesting to see what Kelsey has to say during the parade.
Really?
He always gets a little boisterous.
Yeah, he was pretty funny at the after interview of the playoff game when they were interviewing Mahomes, and he's just like, Wah, came in and just...
Mahomes is a little bit calmer.
Yeah, a little calmer.
Kelsey's a little bit more fired up.
Animated.
Yeah.
I love the clip they have of Jason Kelsey, Travis's brother. Travis scored a touchdown, and Jason's, I'm just having a snack over here. He's just
I was having a protein bar.
Just a little protein bar. Brother scoring a touchdown for Super Bowl. I'm just going to have a snack here.
Yeah, that was pretty hilarious.
It's a good clip.
Yeah, I caught that part. So
that was enjoyable.
Anyway, everything's good here at Wildcat Country.
Yeah, we got our new studio. We're excited to be here. Glad you were able to come in today.
Yeah,
and
finally. I had a little stint with COVID.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I'm in the club now.
Yep.
So,
congratulations.
I went 2 years,
You
2.5 years without it.
3. Yeah, darn near 3.
Almost 3 years. Yeah, it'll be 3 years in March. So.
Yeah.
So I felt guilty, so I licked some doorknobs.
You're one of us.
Yeah. So hey, I did not get to see the end of the Wildcat basketball game. What happened?
I understand. That's a great question. I don't know that I know. I think they won based on what I saw, but I may be mistaken about that. So.
Yeah, I think it was a good game for a little while, and I just lost track of the end. I thought you might know. So
no, I don't know.
Anyway, we've got to cheer on our Wildcats.
Yep,
so
absolutely.
Yep.
Speaking of, no, go ahead.
I was just going to talk about money.
Yeah, let's talk about money.
Yeah. I think, with everything that's going on right now, I've had several appointments that I've just been amazed how many people are out of touch with their money.
Really?
They just don't, it's maybe not just a flippant attitude, but it's like, where's your money invested? Well, I don't know. I got people that do that, or my broker guy does that, and they don't have a clue where their money's at. And I've said this often. Now, with all this volatility that is out here and all this uncertainty when it comes to money and positioning money and where to put money and how to make money with your money and things like that, now's not the time to be a passive investor. And if you're not in tune with exactly what your money is doing, where it's at, how it's invested, know who's managing it, know every aspect about it, or don't do it.
Yeah.
Because it's too hard to come by. And we forget sometimes how hard it took us to work to get to where we're at.
Boy, isn't that true?
If you're retired, or if you're, in your mind, you're comfortable, remember how hard it was to get there.
Yeah.
And don't be flippant about your money. I think that's my advice that I want people to take away from this is get in tune with what's going on. If you don't understand, ask. There are no dumb questions.
Right. Well, I know people are sometimes concerned about, like when they don't want to call their lawyer because they're afraid they're going to get a bill. And I don't know with their financial advisor, I don't know how that works. Some of them charge fees, I understand.
Well, okay. Well, if that's the case, then you need to figure that out first.
Get a new one. Yeah.
There's no reason to pay a fee to have somebody give you practical advice. That's just stupid.
Yeah, legal advice, you have to pay for that. Now, let's be clear.
Right.
You don't want to be,
well,
because it's very impractical.
Well, I guess you get what you pay for. Not so much on the financial side,
sure,
because everyone, and even in the legal world, we're all competing with the internet.
Sure. Yeah.
Right. So why pay for advice when you can look it up on Google?
Yeah.
Well, you're going to get what you
it may or may not be correct,
and it may or may not be right.
Yeah.
Same thing applies to money. You may think you got it figured out, but you may not.
Yeah.
And so, I think you need to not be passive. You need to be involved. You need to know exactly what's going on. And I'm a conservative money manager, so I'm not your aggressive guy that's going to throw it against the wall, see if it sticks. If you don't understand how your investments work, why are you doing them?
And because of the way your business is structured, you are able to meet and answer questions with your clients at no fee.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it doesn't cost people to come and talk to you.
Yeah, we've built that in. We're very diversified as a company, and that's to the benefit of our client. Our customers, they could come to the resource center and be a property and casualty client, and they drop in and ask me questions all the time, and eventually they become a financial client or a legal client or another aspect of our business. And we've added G&H tax service here in January, and so now we're being able to offer tax planning services and tax returns, things like that. And
that's
Gregory runs that.
That's what's really cool about the vision you have for your business is to just be that resource. That's why you named it the Resource Center.
Sure.
To be kind of a one-stop shop for people to come, and they can come to you, and you've got a network of folks that includes me for legal services, financial services, insurance services, accounting, tax, Social Security, disability, Medicaid, Medicare. You've kind of got that all under one roof. Right. And you're adding to it all the time.
Well, we're adding to it with what I like to call preferred providers, and we try to vet these people to where we know you're getting good, honest, hardworking people like we are that are going to give you advice or direction in any field that they're in, whether it's real estate or taxes or whatever. We want to have that relationship where, we know maybe you're just trying to sell a couple of cars and buy one good one. Well, I've got people I've dealt with for 25, 30 years in the automobile business that I've already vetted these folks. They're not going to give you a sales pitch, and they're going to treat you right. And believe me, in the sales world, it pays to know somebody.
Well, you're a good guy to know.
Well, so I guess I hope so. But it pays to know somebody, so you don't get the pitch, you can get the facts and all of that stuff. So that's what we're all about at the Resource Center. So, I would encourage people to call us and come visit, come by the office.
Get to know us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give us a call.
Come and see us out here at
Jamestown.
Yeah,
the Resource Center, 882-1800, resourcecenterinc.com. And we're doing estate planning seminars coming up.
Yep, got two next week.
So if you want to get in on some of that, we'd be glad to have you. But if you have questions, write them in, send them in, info@krogtv.com, B. Porter at resourcecenterinc.com, and we'll be happy to tackle them here. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll join you next week here for more Dollars and Cents.
Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC. AE Wealth Management and the Resource Center, Inc. are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Any references to protection, safety, or lifetime income generally refer to fixed insurance products, never securities or investments. Insurance guarantees are backed by the financial strength and claims-paying abilities of the issuing carrier. This podcast is intended for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be used as the sole basis for financial decisions, nor should it be construed as advice designed to meet a particular need of an individual situation. The Resource Center, Inc. is not permitted to offer, and no statement made during this podcast shall constitute tax or legal advice. Our firm is not affiliated with or endorsed by the U.S. government or any governmental agency. The information and opinions contained herein, provided by third parties, have been obtained from sources believed to be reliable, but accuracy and completeness cannot be guaranteed by the Resource Center, Inc. This podcast is a paid placement.